It's your Sean morning. Police officers
That's awesome.
showing off their jump rope skills right here in New York City, and they are good.
How do you do that?
Skill, Brian, skill.
But I mean, do they literally just walk in the streets and saying, I could do this? I mean, I got to find out the story. Look at the officer in the back.
And by the way, this is the best exercise ever. Like, it is cardio, it is all that.
But it's like
coordination.
But it's like the 1930s workout. Remember, like the Jack LaLanne, here's a chair.
My sisters used to do this, and I used to occasionally jump in, and I could go maybe 4 times, bump, bump, bump,
Really?
bump, and then I.
Did you tell them you were jumping in, or you
No, they would say, "Come on, let's see if you can do it the way we can do it," and I could never do it.
And they sing and they do all of it at the same
It's a
time.
lot of fun. I bet Dan Bongino did that growing up on the streets of New York City, didn't you, Dano?
Are you kidding me? I was so impressed watching that. My monitor's above the camera. Yeah. I was watching it. The producers in my ear like, we're coming up. Like, start looking at the camera. Stop looking at the cops for a second. That was very impressive. But no, I can't do that.
Yeah, do you remember, what was hot? Jacks. Do you know anybody that plays jacks?
These days, I'm sure they've been outlawed.
You're aging
Sharp
yourself
edges.
a little
In
bit,
Wisconsin, they still play jacks.
They still play jacks? If you're playing jacks right now, email us or tweet us.
Hey, Dan Bongino, let's talk a little bit about this. It looks like Axios has gotten their hands on a spreadsheet. It's a list of about 100 different investigations that could be launched if the Democrats win the control of the House. And we're going to roll some of them right here. So clearly, this is to motivate the Republicans. Hey, we got to do everything we can to make sure that they don't win. But at the same time, it's essentially a roadmap of vulnerabilities, isn't it?
You know what it really is? It is a roadmap to the full weaponization of government. And frankly, Steve, it's one of the most frightening things I've seen in a very long time. You know, this has been the Democrats' dream forever. Full weaponization of government by a couple of things. And if you go down that list, you'll see exactly how they plan to do this. It's by using judges to legislate from the bench, effectively usurping power. Using the bureaucracy to endlessly target Donald Trump, his family, and Donald Trump's interests. Not because they're targeting criminality, but because they're targeting Trump. And finally, the use of legislative committees if they take over, not to investigate criminality and malfeasance, Steve, but to create it. That's different. That list is terrifying, and that is the Democrats' dream, and anyone interested in liberty's worst nightmare.
Right, I agree, Steve. That might be what the Republicans want out, but I actually believe it's what the Democrats are going to do. And if they're going to do that, can you tell me what's in America's interest? Is that immigration reform? Is that reining in our welfare system, finding a way to pay for Medicare in the long term? Does that do anything for health care at all? Nothing. All it is we got to knock him out in 2020. Are we really going to waste another 2 years?
Well, Brian, you have to understand, like, they're not interested. Policy proposals went out the window a long time ago. They've never got over the fact that Donald Trump won the election.
Right.
Their sole goal at this point seems to be to represent everything that's not Donald Trump, but not to stand for anything themselves. If we lose these midterms, the Republican Party, it's going to get really ugly over the next 2 years. This is. If you think it's bad now, it's going to get a lot worse after November.
Adam Schiff will be in charge. What else would he do?
Well, and by the way, Dan, I'm not sure if it's going to work because, I mean, there's not one, as you said, there's not one policy proposal on there. And we just looked at some poll numbers showing Americans don't care. I mean, yes, that's their strategy, but in the end, their plan to beat Donald Trump has nothing to do with ideas. It's all to kill him off by investigation.
Right, and even when they do discuss ideas, they entirely flub it every time. I mean, look at their response to a very effective, at this point, I think most sound people, reasonable people can agree, the tax cut plan. Their response was so discombobulated because they had nothing to say. You had Nancy Pelosi out there running around talking about crumbs, $1,000 crumbs. I mean, has she ever eaten at a table with the average American family? $1,000 goes a really long way, I assure you.
There you go. All right. Meanwhile, Salon has a headline wondering this. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the next Barack Obama. What do you think?
Yeah, you know, I thought about this. I'm sitting there getting ready for this. You got to wash your face in the morning, throw some Visine in your eyes because my eyes were all red when I woke up. And I'm like, you know, is she or is she not? I thought, yes, she is like Barack Obama. So I thought of two things. Number one, she plays fast and loose with the facts. She doesn't really have a firm grasp of what's going on like Obama did, so they rely on emotion. Her response to, remember, she gave the example about the military budget on that Trevor Noah show. She was completely off. She gave the example on the Palestinian situation over in Israel, had really no idea there. She even acknowledged it. They asked her about how to pay for the entitlement programs. She had no grasp at all of the economics of it. So Obama used to do the same thing. Remember, if you like your plan, you could keep your plan. And secondly, she's like Obama with identity politics. When you don't have an answer to a question about how you're actually going to pay for this expansive government you want, you return to the identity politics thing. And that was a central tenet of Obama's strategy from day one. And it worked. So yes, she is like Barack Obama. Whether she can win a presidential election like Barack Obama is completely different.
Right. Keep in mind, he was 48. She's 28. And he already had years in a law firm. He was a state senator. She is, I think it's an insult to President Obama to compare the two.
I think they were both community organizers.
Well, and they're both suspicious of capitalism. One admits to being a socialist. The other one was a little bit more on the down low with it. But I think they're the same in that regard as well.
Well, Barack Obama had a little more tactical skill, too, in answering questions. I mean, at one point, and listen, I've said this before, I've run for Congress. I mean this. I applaud her, what she did. She worked really hard to do that. But that you have to know stuff at this point.
Yeah.
This is a serious position in the U.S. Congress. And she's admitted in interviews, hey, I really just don't know a couple of times on these issues. You have to know stuff. That's the part of being a congressman that hurts.
Well, we know a lot about you after this interview today, Dan. We know that you wash your face in the morning, you use Visine, you had bloodshot eyes. And if there's video of cops jump roping, you're just going to stop and stare.
You're going to be transfixed.
Thank you.
I could tell. They were like, we're coming up, because I'm sitting here watching the TV screen up there like that. And it never looks good on TV when you're watching the TV.
Thanks for coming in, Dan.
You got it, guys.
All right.
See ya.
Take care. We're going to turn now to some of your headlines. Pope Francis is refusing to comment on bombshell allegations that he knew about the abuse at the hands of a disgraced former Archbishop of Washington and covered it up. The pontiff telling reporters on a flight back from Ireland, quote, "Read the document carefully and judge it for yourselves. I will not say one word on this." Now, that document is from a former Vatican diplomat, and he claims that the Pope knew about Theodore McCarrick's abuse of lower priests 5 years ago. McCarrick resigned last month. A police officer with no fire training fearlessly runs into a burning home, saving a family with 6 children. Take a look.
Is everybody out? Where are they at? They're inside? I got people inside that are trapped. Hey, come on, man. The house is on fire. Come on. Get out.
Officer Sam Click running from room to room, saving kids as young as 8 months old from the home near Dallas. Click was on patrol when he saw flames and heard screaming. Despite his sergeant's orders not to, he says he ran in fearing the fire department was too far away. The whole family is safe. Thanks for him. What a hero. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, free college program isn't making the grade, rejecting nearly 70% of the applicants. The liberal, Cuomo, initially said 940,000 families would qualify. Well, it turns out a little more than 20,000 students actually got the scholarship last year. That's only about 3% of the state college students. Critics say there are simply too many restrictions for students to qualify. And those are your headlines. Not working out.
All right, so much for free school in New York.
It's free if you can meet the many qualifications. All right. Meanwhile, straight ahead, Twitter's CEO, Jack Dorsey, recently making a stunning admission.
We need to constantly show that we are not adding our own bias, which I fully admit is more left-leaning.
Well, our next guest claims he's been shadow banned from Twitter. Jim Hansen is here with what needs to happen now.